Yes. Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good day to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa. Yes, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it ended 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. After all that matters is a 3-point, and we've gotten it, right? Hey, we've gotten the 3 points, even though not a satisfactory performance. No, Chelsea, we are bigger than the kind of performances we are putting up of late. To be honest, we are bigger. It ended in our favor, 2-1. But hey, if this were to be a bigger team, a stronger team, Chelsea would have conceded some silly goals. Dear friend, Chelsea have been really poor in possession. We've been really poor in possessions. That is it. Against Copenhagen, Chelsea have been poor in possession. There is a need for Enzo to really work on this squad going forward if we want to win this trophy. Oh yes. You see, having watched more matches this season compared to Chelsea, teams engage in a lot of midfield rotations to find or create space. Yeah, the issue when Chelsea has faced such stubborn and compact low block teams, whenever we face stubborn and compact low block teams, we struggle. We struggle, and it is because we are too static. Enzo Maresca is very stubborn. We are too static just because our head coach is very stubborn. Dear friends, it can be as simple as, Kenyan Dewsbury Hall or Cole Palmer floating to the opposite half every time. To create an overload with the other number 8. Yes, that doesn't solve the issues with our attacking threats. We are unable to break down low blocks. We are unable to do that. There is something about positional rotation in football, which Chelsea we are not getting. Look at the first half performance of this squad. Look at the first half performance. We created absolutely nothing. No, we've not created a single goal scoring opportunity. As a matter of fact, in the entire game, in full 90 minutes, Chelsea created only 0.06 XG. In the entire game, we created 0.06 XG. By the way, this might as well mean we've created 0 XG. No creativity whatsoever in the final third. You say, they how did we score the goals? The goals we scored, you saw it. The first goal, where Michael Krella, got the ball from. Unexpectedly, the Copenhagen player, he took the ball from his feet. The player thought the ball was almost over the line to to throw in. Kukurea just sped on with the ball, cut in and crossed the ball. Reece James, in fact, finally bounced on it and shoot from that angle. Assisted by, Tariq George. You look at set goals, it's like it's an unexpected goal. Let me just use that word. Unexpected goal. And this is a game that Ebele, Stanley, Stewart, and other board members were all present. I'm happy they were all there. They saw it. They watched the game. They were all there in Denmark. They were all there in Denmark. If not for the fact that our coach finally made the right substitutions in second half by bringing in, Enzo Fernandez for Caicedo. Yeah, we could see clearly Caicedo was, exhausted. He brought in Christopher Nkuku. By the way, you see, as a matter of fact, our first selection in itself was not inspiring. When you look at the lineup, Tariq George, Moeka, KDH, Kenyan Dewsbury Hall, in the starting 11, it wasn't inspiring. When you are a Chelsea fan, when I saw it, I'm like, whoa, we are giving the youngsters opportunity. But is it in a game like this to start the first 11? We are talking about first 11 to start a game like this, that we have players on the bench. Why do you want to break our heart? Then you come up and do different thing. The entire first half, just as the selection is, so was the performance. Until the changes came in. Second half, when Fernandez came in, Christopher Nkunku came on, then we began to see changes in the game. That was how the goals came in. Yeah. Why do we choose to just stress ourselves when we have the players that can deliver from the onset? Assuming we started this game with Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez together, starting the game together, it would have been a different story. Oh yes, Reece James, Captain Reece James, leadership by example. He was deployed in midfield. I heard what the coach said after the game regarding him playing the midfield role, and I will speak about it in my next analysis. This is just my post-match reaction, dear friends. This is my post-match reaction. What do you think? First half was a flop. Second half, yes, when we made the changes. And even that, dear friends, even that, look, just imagine that we have a game to play. We are in a tournament, a competition to win. And we could not create a single goal scoring opportunity in first half. We came in second half, and only God knows. Look at that free kick. Look at the free kick, the positioning. And all of a sudden, they equalize. I mean, Copenhagen from nowhere. A simple free kick that Chelsea could defend. Simple free kick that Chelsea could defend. Look at where the ball was. What is it that Chelsea, if you want the movement of this play, it looks as if we were only ball watching. Even when Copenhagen players were moving, look, many have blamed Levi Colwill for this. But I tell you what, if you watch the video, I will blame Kenyan Dewsbury Hall. I will blame Kenyan Dewsbury Hall. Or let's just say both. Chelsea players were just static, no movement. You saw your opponent, Copenhagen player, moving, and you were just there standing. If not that we've gotten, how do you call it, deputy captain Enzo Fernandez. We've gotten Enzo Fernandez back to score the winning goal. If not that we've gotten Enzo Fernandez back, this guy finally is beginning to get his form. Like we said, Enzo Fernandez has finally discovered himself. I've heard many people who were trying to put the credit to our head coach. No. Maresca did not improve on Enzo's performance. For me, Enzo Maresca has not improved any player. He has not improved on any player. Oh, just look at Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is currently out of form, and he's getting frustrated. Cole Palmer is out of form, and he is getting frustrated. What do we do about a young man? By now, the coach should have found a solution. A player like that, you don't need to bring him into a game every match. Okay, you took him off, and you brought in Christopher Nkunku. You brought on Christopher Nkunku, right? And Christopher Nkunku came and delivered. At least he contributed towards Reece James' goal. Creativity when it needed most, and when you are playing against low blocks. This is why some of us were not happy when even Joao Felix was let go. Nkunku came on, and he was a bit, we could see he's getting himself back gradually. Now, just imagine, Cole Palmer, he just looked a shell of his former self. He looks like a shell of his former self in recent weeks. How can you watch Cole Palmer, a player like that, kept going down? The same Cole Palmer last season performed throughout. So what happened this season? What happened this season? You see, for me, Enzo Maresca is just another lucky coach. Maresca is just another lucky coach that Chelsea did not lose the game last night. He's just another lucky coach. If Chelsea had lost the game last night, it would have been a different story. Why did you bench Enzo? Why is Neto on the bench? And why is Christopher Nkunku on the bench? These are questions that needs answers. Why is how do you call him? Shim Mweka starting a game like this that we know this is the only competition we have an opportunity this season to win? What is Kenyan Dewsbury Hall doing on a pitch? That guy, for me, he's a useless player. Kenyan Dewsbury Hall, since signing for Chelsea, you can imagine we let go a player, Conor Gallagher, and we bought Kenyan Dewsbury Hall. I mean, for what reason? It ended 2-1 or 1-2. We could have scored more goals in games like this. Chelsea could have been scoring goals, not to struggle. At the time, some of us were just praying and hoping that the game would end when it was 1-2, so that we'll not concede, because anytime the ball gets to our area, I got scared. Our goalkeeper, Sanchez, doesn't have confidence in himself. If you watch him carefully, he's panicking, he's shivering, no confidence. Must we create through the middle every time? Why are you forcing this inverting, nonsense? Why? It is that inventing that is what caused Malo Gusto's problem. Thank God I'm hearing that he's not a serious injury. Yeah. And wait, let me point out clearly. Reece James playing through the middle it's okay. He scored for us. Deputy captain also scored for us. Both the two captains, Reece James and Enzo Fernandez, they saved the day for Chelsea. So kudos to both of them. They did their job. Both did their job. And I'm happy to see Reece James playing full 90 minutes, finally in games. I'm very happy to see both Enzo Fernandez coming off from the bench and affecting, the game. Enzo came on and had an effect. You could see his performance, the effect of Enzo Fernandez's performance on the game. I'm so excited about that. Dear friends, this is my post-match reaction. Now, to the young guy, Tariq George and Mweka. Tariq George, yes. This guy is just 17. And let me say, he's making a history for himself. Mweka, making history for himself. Yes. The first Chelsea player at his age to have had his international starting role at his age, for him to have his role, he's making it a record. I'm trying to get the full details for you. The first Chelsea player at his age, yes, to have played in an European competition at 17 years. Yes, Mweka, 17, and make history by becoming Chelsea's youngest ever player to start in European game. So kudos to him. He did well. He did his job. To his strength, his inexperience, yeah. So seeing him play, I'm happy. But the truth of the matter is, You could have brought him on when Chelsea is already leading. When Chelsea is already leading, that is when he could have come on. But maybe for the record's sake, he's the first Chelsea player at that age to make his European debut. So congratulations to him. Well, dear friends, it is my post-match reaction. It ended 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. Then next one, our next game is against Leicester at the Bridge. Yes, coming up. I believe by now the players have already arrived back in UK and will be prepared. I think it's going to be Saturday game. So we have just 2 days to prepare, right? Is it Saturday? We have just 1 day. If it's Saturday tomorrow, well, I will check that. I'll be back with more analysis on this game in the coming hours. Shalom and peace.